She sits alone, waiting for him, waiting for his words to flow across her screen like water washing over her. She makes no sound beyond her breathing, slow and steady in the darkened room. Her chest rises and falls in a regular rhythm, almost as though she is meditating. Her auburn hair glows in the nebulous LED lamplight, her pale skin reflecting the light of the laptop screen before her. Dark smudges under her eyes deepen when she rubs them, trying desperately to stay awake, not wanting to miss his communication. He promised he would write to her soon. As the shadows of the room lengthen, she thinks back to the first words they exchanged. Gentle, stroking words that soothed the ache inside her, that told her of how she was beautiful, wondrous, perfect, a fiery-haired goddess who had been bound to the earth by men lesser than he. His words released her, freeing her heart to fly. She sits alone, waiting, sat still upon the bed, the laptop resting between her legs. She marks the minutes in her head. The white lingerie he sent her, virginal, pure, is stark against her flesh and is all that she wears. When his words appear, she knows he will see her, and she wants to please. Hours pass as she sits alone, waiting. A movement across the screen sends her heart hammering. His voice is written before her. She nods, knowing he expects her acknowledgement. He tells her he loves her, that he has missed her during his absence. Her voice, soft and gentle, its lilting cadence muted, is the first sound the walls have heard since their last session, nearly 2 full days previously. She tells him that she understands why he has to be away from her, and that she loves him too. She can almost see the smile on his face as the words fly across the screen before her. She knows he can see her, and she wants to please this man who loves her, who wants her, who keeps her heart held in his hands. She lifts her hands to the screen, bound together by rope he tied himself. He can see the knots are still tight. More words dart forth. She tries to bring her knees to her chest, but the manacles around her ankles prevent her from moving more than a few scant inches. She has not tried to free herself, and she knows he is pleased. She manipulates her fingers to tilt the screen downwards at his command, so that he can see the state that 48 hours has left her in. His words carry a stinging rebuke when he sees that the once white lace is stained. She apologizes, blue eyes blurring with tears as he berates her, belligerent and cruel. For a moment, the man she loves and adores is lost. The man she allowed to bring her to this place is replaced by a monster. The man she loves would never call her a whore, a slut, a filthy bitch. His words abruptly stop. She sits alone, waiting. As the tears roll over her cheeks, already becoming hollow from a lack of nourishment and sunlight, his rage subsides. Gently, artfully, He pieces her heart back together, promising her the world inside that room. She shakes out her hair and knuckles the wetness from her face. Once more, he is her lover and friend. She smiles when he promises to visit her soon. Then he will untie her, unchain her, and blindfold her. He will lead her from the room that is now her home and bathe her whilst her eyes see nothing. He will dry her and dress her and brush her hair until it shines again. He will remove the bindings from her eyes and make love to her, losing himself in the sea that is her eyes until he finds blistering release inside her. Then the manacles will return. The rope will once again be tightened. The laptop will be placed on the bed between her legs, and she will be left to wait for his words once more. Soon, he promises her, before the screen goes dark and she is left. She sits alone, waiting.